Yeah.
Right.
Cue the music. Oh. Makes your undies wrinkle. Oh, it's windy out here. Is that you, Happy? Is that you? God, it wasn't me, mate. Is that you? Oh, are you filming?
Yeah.
Good. Just finish me. Well, I won't finish it. Right. Hi. Well, it's the first time we've done this. Welcome. Welcome. Bienvenue. Don't know anything else. To Mike and Harry's new YouTube channel. Well, our only YouTube channel. We haven't got another one. So it's the YouTube channel. Don't know what it's called yet, but if you're looking at this, you've obviously found it. So this is going to be a trailer, hopefully. Let you know what we've done, what we're going to do. Something buzzing in the corner. And what we're in the middle of. And we're in the middle of a lot of stuff. Yeah. At the moment, I am anyway, and my lad Harry, he's following along, as it were, in the middle of a model aeroplane spate of building. I'm interested in all sorts of models, model boats, model aircraft, and model trains, okay, as well as I have been known to make the odd automata, and this hopefully will be a series, a collection of videos which will follow our makings. I like to make everything from scratch, right? So scratch built stuff, plans, by the balsa, it's always out of balsa, for model aeroplanes, that is, and then build it up as we go along, see what happens. Usually they're model aeroplanes with glow engines, so we got a couple of glowers. That's one of the glow engines we got ready to go on a plane. I'll show you in a couple of minutes. It's an SC, that's a 36, so it's not a bad piece of kit for the price. And I don't know whether you can see by the side of me, can you? But we're in the middle of building at the moment a puddle duck. Puddle duck, free plan from RCM and E. It's not bad. 3 channel. I love 3 channel because I can't control 4 channel. A bit too old. When I first started, it was all control line stuff, until I found out that I got the dizzies after a couple of turns around with the aeroplane, and I fell over. So what we'll do is we'll just show you through basically what we've got and what we intend to do with it. Eventually we'll go to the flying site, we'll do some flying. We live in France, so it's a load of French people who I can understand most of the time, so it's no great problem. We'll have a look. They've got some nice airplanes there, but I'm the only one who does the sort of vintage kind of slow flying stuff. Most of them are going 100 miles an hour and are pretty good at it. I'm not there yet. So perhaps if my lad can pan around a bit and show you the model boat, which is on my left. That's one of the things which we're nearly finished actually. That's Caldercraft kit, that Scharnhorn, Wilhelm, I can't remember, the Kaiser, one of the Kaiser's Rhine boats. It's a rather pretty looking piece of kit, but it'll take some work. Anyway, there's that. What else are we doing? Oh, we're gonna that's a half-finished biplane which we need to finish off. I'd made that for a glow engine, but this one here is electric. My first electric, and I haven't got a clue. Bought the bits. I'm going to plug them together. We'll learn as we go along, I'm sure. Anyway, as you can see, it's absolutely cram-packed full of stuff, my little playroom. And as such, doesn't give me much room for manoeuvre. I've only just moved back up here from the dining room table during the winter, which was, according to my wife, a little disruptive. So yeah, loads of plans downloaded off the internet, free, you know, pre-19 whatever it was, makes them free. Loads of plans from RCM&E, UK Model magazine every month. That's a nice one. Some from Model World, and yeah, boats all over the place. Ship's hulls, half complete. Stacks of wood, which I buy by the box for. I'll explain as we go along anyway. If you're interested in following us, we can. What we'll do is we'll go down on top of the in another part of the house. I sort of have a collection of models that are finished and half finished, so we'll go through those just quickly, and then each episode of the we've got these big things that fly around in this room called, what are they called?
Punaises.
Punaises, and they fly like a brick, doesn't. Oh, and I've got this enormous great spider that comes out of his little hole every now and again and tries to catch one, but the problem is they stink. If you touch them, they stink, so they sort of roam free. They don't do anything, they just make a lot of noise, clatter into things because they can't fly straight. So it makes life interesting up here together. I bring my computer up here, listen to a bit of Verdi or some other opera or whatever's going. If I want chewing up, you know, a bit of Leonard Cohen. Steam engines, we've got some steam engines, traction engines. Nice. Look at that. Ooh, you just missed the spider there. Never mind. It's massive, massive. Right. Okay. We'll go downstairs now, shall we? And have a look at the models. Off we go. this is a kind of temporary, temporary for the last long time, storage for the model aeroplanes. Before it used to have the model trains on it, but I had to take the model trains off. Got the bits on the end. We'll rebuild that somewhere once we find a place for the model aeroplanes. But we go, I mean, this here, this is the piece of kit we use to control everything with. It's a nice high-tech Aurora 9, which has 9 channels. As I only use 3 of them, bit of a waste of time, but it was cheap second hand, so that's a nice piece of kit. Let's start off. Let's put my tea down. It's trouble, isn't it? Finding where to put things. Right, what we got? First off, we got this. Oh, how about that? That's a Hobby Zone. Oops, back to front. There we go. No, Hobby King special, all the way from China. Flies like a brick. Beautiful. Bit quick for indoors. For me, anyway.
I managed to.
And yeah, he managed to do it. You have to wait for a windless day in the outdoors, obviously. But other than that, and the fact that you can't get spare propellers because they're always out of stock, it's not a bad piece of kit for, I don't know, 40 quid with a controller. Right, here we go. Ben Buckle. I love Ben Buckle. Ben Buckle Super 60. Here we go. Look at that. Can you see that one, honey?
Yep.
Ben Buckle Super 60. Lovely piece of aeroplane. That's what I love. Got the old what we got in there? Oh, the Optima, high-tech Optima controller on that. That's for SC25, which was another one upstairs which you didn't see. This one here is a big lazy bee. That has yet to fly. I don't like the linkages that I've put in, so I shall redo the linkages, and you'll see how I do that. I'm going to put in a pull system on that, I reckon. So that's the job we've got to do. Alright. We've got this kind of foamy looking thing which I bought. Cheap. New. Hobby Zone Horizon Super Cub. Alright. Built out of foam. You can kind of land it upside down if you wish, which I have done a couple of times. Although it's got what they call the safe mode in it, which is you know, if you manage to fly upside down, nose first to the ground, if you press a button it kind of straightens itself up. So it's a bit like flying on rails, really. Perfect first aircraft. Perfect. Right, loads of wings. Loads of wings. At the back there, I'm not going to get it out, but at the back there there's a glider with a 1.5 C OS motor on it for getting up there. It's probably about, what's that, 7 foot wingspan, something like that. So that's nice. And then we've got a Depot Doosan. I don't know what that is. That comes from a kit, actually. It's a SIG kit. SIG. And it's like an old time thing. The only problem is all the kit that goes on it is old time as well. So you find you're searching the world for a little brushed electric motor with gearbox, and oh, they cost a fortune. So although it's nice, I could think of probably better ways to spend my time and money. But we've made the wings. which are like, woo, light as anything. Too big to fly indoors, I reckon. But on a windless day, you should be able to get away with that. That's one wing, by the way. You've got another one there. Otherwise, it goes round in circles. So on a windless day, I reckon that would be pretty nice. That once I can afford the ESC for it, the controller. Oh, that thing, the hobby thing, came with its own controller as well. A Spectrum controller, which is you can't put any more models on that controller. It's just one controller. This one here, I don't know how many models you can put on it, but it's digital, and so therefore you can put all your models on. We've got loads of covering material. I like to use the Solar Film Company, okay, and my penchant is for Solar Tex, which is that linen finish. It gives it a beautiful matte satiny finish, not that horrible shiny glow in the dark stuff. It's a bit old tech, I suppose, isn't it? Here, oh, there's a big sheet of Depron which we're going to do something with, and here is a box of what do they call it?
Whatever.
It's kind of like foam. Oh, foam
board.
Foam board, yeah. Called foam board. So, sheet of foam, 5mm, with a sort of sheet of plastic on each side. It's a bit like that. I follow a site called Flight Test, who build all their, well, not all of them, but most of them, planes out of that stuff. They have special foam board which is made purposely for them, but here in France, which is where we are, can't get hold of it. A few stockists in the UK of the foam board that they use. So when we were in the UK last time, I just bought a big box of it. Order it one day, comes the next. Absolutely fine. Here we have the same problem of delivery, because France is a much bigger place. Next day delivery is, well, I did order something once on one day delivery, 24-hour delivery. I think I ordered it on the Wednesday. By the Friday it hadn't arrived, at which point I emailed them. Oh, well, it's only 24 hours from when we dispatch it, sir. Oh, that's good. When are you going to dispatch it? We'll dispatch it today. Oh, I should get it tomorrow then. No, tomorrow's Saturday. Sunday, of course. Monday tends to be a non-working day out here. So having paid for 24-hour delivery, they managed to take a week. That's France for you. Anyway, I'm sure my son will follow me down here a bit. If we've got enough light to see the subjects of the model railway. I mean, that's only a few of the buildings that we've got. I like to download from scale scenes, print onto paper, glue it onto card, cut it up and stick it together. Bit of a job, but I quite like that. And then what we've got in here, of course, is our model train engines. Got a few in there, all ready and up to go. Oh, got some coaches in there, so you can't see much of those, can you? What's in this one? Oh, some more model engines and some nice what are they called? Narrowboats, which I built. Yeah, all from. I didn't build the engines from scale scenes, but the narrowboats were, and the lock, and the lock gates, and everything else. Anyway, basically that's how the show's going to go. The one upstairs that I showed you, Puddle Duck, that'll be, I think, probably the first of a series of continuing builds. I'll show you what I've done so far, how I did it, where I got the plans from, where you can get the plans from, what size wood I used, because out here well, they've gone metric. So where he says 1/4 inch balsa, you've got to scratch here, haven't you? 16th inch, 1/32. Try converting that to metric. There is not an equivalent, so you've just got to guess it. You know, a nearest equivalent is as good as anything. I think you've got to know where you've got to be for stuff up. But this is the information which we'll divulge. It's not a how-to video. I'm not a how-to man. I don't like telling anybody how to do anything. All the video's about is how I do it. If you want to follow, follow. If you want to like it, like it. If you don't want to like it, watch something else. Okay? Ready? Good. Right. I did say earlier that I like making stuff from scratch. But I also said that I like Ben Buckle. Ben Buckle's models. His son, Colin, now carries on the business. I assume he's a nice bloke. He makes nice planes. And I did buy a kit. Apart from the Super 60, which we've already looked at, we've got a double diamond. That's in its box. Alright. I'm not heavily into this unboxing lark that they do on YouTube, you know, open up the box and see what's in it. It's, you know, like Christmas, I suppose, isn't it? That is an amazing glide, apparently. It's simple to build. Simple to build. Thank you, Ben. It'll take a 45 up to a 75 engine. It contains most stuff, and I think it's 8-foot wingspan, which is enormous, really, isn't it? It's got a triangular. You look it up on YouTube, or look it up on Ben Buckle's site. It's sort of got a triangular fuselage, weird shape, flat at the top, comes down to a sort of pointy bit at the bottom. Well, it looks like a beautiful plane. Wasn't cheap. So we've got to build that, but 8-foot wingspan. I hope they come in half, because I got 8 foot upstairs. Well, the next thing we'll have a look at is the big lazy bee that we did. Okay, that has got some wings which are built, which believe it or not are made on a door. Right, when we bought this place, you know, I stripped out all these horrible flat panel doors. I never throw anything away, including doors. So I had a big door, which I put on top of the big freezer. So we couldn't open the freezer for a couple of weeks, months. And I built the wing on top of that. When you see the size of the thing, you'll realise why I couldn't build it up in my little playroom. I don't think I could get it down the stairs because the playroom's in the loft, obviously. So we'll have a quick look at the wings of this thing, which did get broken when my wife decided that she wanted to go into the freezer, not realising the wings were on top, of course. She opened them up and smashed them up against the wall, so it's already had one repair before it's been flown. So we'll go and have a look, shall we? Okay. Alright. That's the wing of the big lazy bee. That's my lad's surfboard. That's the repair already, of course. Fits on the top of the aeroplane with a kind of a hooky thing at the front, and a couple of wing bolts at the back with secured nuts. So that's all in Solartex. That Solartex Antique, which I bought a 10-metre roll of. So most of the stuff for the next couple of years is going to be an antique, I'm afraid. 10-metre roll, sort of like half price off a site in France, believe it or not. So we'll take that when we've changed the control systems, just to make certain that it goes in the right direction, or direction that we want it to. Anyway. We'll take that to the flying site and see if it flies. I'm going to try it with a 36 in it. The engine we got upstairs, the SC36, although I think it might be a bit underpowered. Not too certain. Although the wing loading, which I've worked out, is less than a glider. So as long as it takes off, it should glide down. Anyway. Yeah, if you scan down on the floor there, this is a spare room, this. That is the wing, or the beginning of a wing, of what my lad's building. What's it called, huh?
Pedal duck.
No, it's not a pedal duck. I'm building a pedal duck.
Ah, the woodpecker.
Woodpecker! It's a motorised glider. It's sort of got a motor, electric motor, on top, on a pod, and it looks like, well, actually it looks like a brick, doesn't it?
Does a bit.
It's got open fuselage at the back end, and a kind of like a brick shape at the front. Amazing it flies. Anyway, another RCM and special from probably a couple of months ago. But I like building oddies, odd bits and pieces, odd looking planes. I like building odd looking planes. I've got a biplane in mind where I've got the plan for it, I've started it, I've cut out some of the ribs. What a job, eh? Because each rib is a different size. And the front wing goes forward, and the back wing, the top wing goes forward, and the underside wing goes backwards. So I don't know how that's going. I don't know how the hell that's going to fly. But that's got an electric motor in it as well. So we'll see how we get on with electric. I mean, it's a bit less hassle, I suppose. But I quite like this sort of noise and the smell then, of the old diesels. Anyway, we'll see you next time now. Bye.